Hello, welcome to today's Inktober. We are doing a cute scarecrow, and where I thought this would go really well in our painting, because it's already very quirky and weird, is if we had some pumpkins down the bottom of our tent because we are celebrating harvest or Halloween or whatever it is, and that's where we can bring our favorite Scarecrow doll on our camping expedition. All right, are you with me? I'm leaving this area available because I have a really cool idea for this side. So I'm going to try to keep my pumpkins here. And then if I want to add some more pumpkins, I will do it on the final day. So does that make, I hope that makes sense for everybody. I'm going to find it easier to draw my scarecrow so that I turn my page on the side. So that is also what I'm going to do with my actual book, just because it's sometimes easier to do things in perspective by turning the things around, if that makes sense. Okay, so I've also got all my paints out today. I should activate them actually before we get started. Then they'll be ready and nice and active. If you are new to watercolor and you're not sure what I mean when I say activate and things like that, then come along to my workshop on Thursday, because on Monday, because I'm going to be taking you through everything you need to paint your first watercolor, even if you think you can't draw, even if you haven't painted before. It's going to be fun. It's called It's 5 o'clock somewhere. So hopefully that kind of gives you a little idea of what's going to be the topic. Comment down below if you have an idea of what that topic might be. So I'm just doing a scarecrow. I've got some little legs and some little bits of straw hanging out here and over here. If you want the outline to this, I'll email it out to you if you're on my email list. But basically with a scarecrow, we don't really need to be that worried about how everything looks, because it's, just a scarecrow. No offense, little scarecrow. But we're just using some little basic shapes like rectangles and circles and curves. We've got an arm here. I'll put a little black kind of glove on this arm. I'll put one over here as well because I've put it over the top of my top of my bag, or I might move it down here actually so it's not kind of on the top of that bag. It's not a bag, it's a mattress. Okay, a little necktie here. And if I move this over a little bit, you might even be able to see the whole outline as I'm drawing. How's that? The face is super cute. We've got these like little bits of hay that are like round rectangles that just kind of flow down kind of from a super cute floppy hat, which again is just a sausage and a flopsy kind of triangle. However you want to do a hat's up to you. And then just a little sunflower on the top, maybe even a sunflower at the top bit here. I'll put some little bits of rectangles under the hat for a fringe, and then some little flowy rectangles. Now I'm keeping this bit here quite flat, as though they are on the floor. And then for the eyes, just two little round dots. A little triangle for the nose that would be kind of maybe sewn on or something. And then this little running stitch for the mouth. Scarecrow doll. What do we think about that, guys? I hope you enjoy her. I think it's really cute, and I really love the juxtapositioning of the person on their expedition and the scarecrow. I think that's super cute. So let's just ink in some of these lines now. Take your time with it. I'm quite a fast drawer. The reason I'm drawing a little bit faster is because I designed the picture, and when you're the person who's made the picture up, you're not thinking through all the different steps. So please don't compare your speed with my speed and think, oh, I'm doing it wrong, because you're working at a different pace. Everybody has their own pace. It takes me literally hours to think up designs, even for my Art Skill Academy lessons. It takes me about 10 minutes to teach it, and it takes me hours to do it. I've got a workshop on Monday. It's 5 o'clock somewhere workshop, and it took me about a week to settle on the design, and it's going to take an hour to teach it. So please don't fall into the trap of comparing yourself with anybody. Just, if you need to compare yourself, compare your joy levels. Am I having fun? Is this diverting? Is this improving how I feel about my painting? Is it improving how I feel about the day? All that kind of stuff is really important. And the great thing, look how big that doll is. I mean, to be fair, the doll is closer to us perspective-wise, so she has to be bigger. But she's pretty big. I mean, this is a giant tent. We're on an expedition, guys, so, it is what it is. I'm just going to put a little pumpkin here. That's kind of, if you're not sure how to draw pumpkins, I just do really big apples, and then I give them segments, like pieces of cake around. And you paint them orange, and then they look like pumpkins. Like I said, I'm not going to put too many over this side because I'm a little bit worried that it's going to impact what I draw next. But I would kind of like a pumpkin kind of here, but I'll leave it. I'll leave it for now because I'm not 100% sure, and colour that in. Now, if you need to erase any of your pencil lines, you don't have to. Some people like the look of pencil, other people don't. It's completely your choice. Let's get this. Let's add a little bit of colour to this as well. Let's go with that. I didn't really think of the colours for the Scarecrow. But let's go with a nice kind of green, and let's keep all of the hay a bright yellowy orange. I don't know why I started with the green. I've definitely got to make sure I let it dry before I put the hay colour on. I guess greens and browns are more scarecrowy, are they? It's not really, growing up in Australia, it's not really a thing that I kind of really remember, scarecrows. But when I moved to the UK, there was a show called, like, I can't remember what the show was called, but it had 2 kids in it and a scarecrow that talked. So I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. If you know what I'm talking about and you know the name of the show, put it down in the comments. But I was captivated by it. I think it's a kid's show, even though I think it was a little bit scary. And it's about a scarecrow that comes to life, which was pretty cool. And it was like a show that was on, like a series. Anyway, I thought it was great. I'm just going to go in with my sunflower colour. You don't need to be super accurate either. You can paint outside the lines. It's up to you. I'm just jumping into whatever colours I have. I've got a bit of magenta. Why not? It's meant to be brightly coloured, isn't it? Because scarecrows are kind of made from whatever colours were left behind, I think. Scraps and whatnot. I'll just go for a little bit of a hay colour for the face. paint the pumpkin and come back and do the hair. Pumpkin's going to take ages. Watch this. Oh my. Took forever to do that pumpkin. A little bit darker at the top. And a little bit of green down the bottom. Because you know how pumpkins sometimes are turning and they're a bit splotchy. Up to you. And let's get a bright yellowy hay colour if we can. That's actually so cute. And I wanted to do a little orange nose, but I'm just going to darken the face a little bit so that the hair stands out. I'm being fussy, guys. I'm being fussy because I'm super in love with this Scarecrow. I'm able to lift off really well with this paper. It's cold pressed paper. It's one of my sketchbooks. It's a time to create sketchbook. So I know that it lifts off really well. So you can see how we went from really dark to really light then. If you are not sure of the quality of your watercolor paper, and I get lots of questions that are, how do I know if this is any good, this paper? One of the ways you can check if your paper is any good is if you can actually lift off paint from it. It's just a cute, easy little trick you can do. How well does it lift off? There are other ways to check as well, but it's a nice, easy one. Okay, here's our Scarecrow. Stop fussing with him or her, them. Stop fussing with them. How cute is that? Let me check. Tomorrow we have the final word for the week. Now I know it's only Saturday tomorrow, and we have been going to Sundays, but I wanted to finish on Saturday for two reasons. Firstly, I couldn't fit Sunday's word in, which was road. I couldn't fit it in. I maybe thought of putting a road there, but I'm going to start Sunday with the new word, and I'm going to try to finish Inktober. I'm also going to be running the workshop at the same time, so if you're interested in joining that and you're on my email list, just reply to any email. And if you're not on my email list yet and you don't know anything about the workshop that's starting on Monday, you can comment down below and I will reach out to you. Do paint your Scarecrow, let me know how you go with him, and I will see you tomorrow for the final lesson for this page.